Austin Eartham.
And I'm Taylor Patton. Welcome to Kitchen Table Podcast.
We're here to motivate, educate, and relate to you guys, sharing our stories, helping you get 1% better in all areas of your life. Welcome to this week's episode of the 1440. We're here talking about opinions. All right, we get some hot topic opinions on Tuesday. We're going to have a little fun here, talk about some more opinions and some scenarios. And you guys can tune in with us. 1% better. Sometimes you got to take a little break and just have some fun with it. So we're going to have some fun. We weren't sure what to talk about on this episode with opinions that we hadn't already touched on. So we're just going to have some hot topic opinions and shoot some stuff in the comment if you think it's worthwhile or not.
I'm going to kick off.
Okay.
You ready?
Yep.
Miami Dolphins win Super Bowl.
That's not an opinion. That's just a...
That's an opinion.
No, that's just a... I don't know what that is, but that's just dumb. That's your opinion. I can't disagree with it. I can't disagree with your opinion, but in my opinion...
You're just shooting me down. You just think, call me dumb.
In my opinion...
Because I have one opinion.
Yeah, see, I was just joking, though. In my opinion, I think the Super Bowl is going to be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Buffalo Bills.
Sounds all right.
I don't know. We'll
Okay.
see.
Okay.
All right. Since we're on the sports topic, what do you think about college football? Who's in the playoffs? 4 teams.
4 teams.
Definitely not Iowa because they won on 2 safeties and a field goal.
I would be lucky to scrounge out a few wins. Alabama.
I agree.
Clemson.
Disagree.
I think Ohio State.
Agree.
Wisconsin. Not Wisconsin, but toss-up between Wisconsin and Ohio State. Georgia. I don't know. I don't know what's tossing there.
I think it's going to be Alabama, Ohio State, Michigan, and Georgia. I would put Texas A&M over Michigan, but I don't think they'll let 3 teams from the SEC in. But I don't think Big 12 or a Pac-12 school will be in there.
It has enough juice to be there.
Yeah, I don't think so. All right.
There's the SEC and the Big Ten.
Yeah, pretty much.
Whole South entire.
Yeah, pretty much. All right. Give me the topic you said earlier. Shoot that to the crowd.
Wait, you're...
Not the car. We can do best car is Audi. Your religion one. The mushroom.
I heard this on everyone listening. I heard this on the Joe Rogan podcast. I looked nothing into it, but I asked Austin's opinion or thoughts on if the religion of Christianity and Jesus Christ is all based on. This is a thought process. There's like a book out down there because someone did research and something like that. It's all based behind mushrooms and psychedelics. Like Jesus is fake and Christianity is fake. It's just all based around mushrooms.
Basically, somebody got high on mushrooms, decided this would be an idea, and then everybody started to believe. Is what it comes down to.
They feel like enlightened.
Yeah. And
now again, I've done zero research. It's just what I heard on Joe Rogan podcast, on one of his podcasts, and I was like, wow, that's the craziest thing I've ever heard.
And I disagreed right away because Jesus was a real person. Now it doesn't, I guess, go against his things. Jesus could still be real, but I said that there's a lot of people who are struggling with that answer then.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought it was very interesting that somebody would pose that. Just like how people say it's a conspiracy theory that they went to the moon, or that we really went to the moon, or that
I believe that we didn't get. I don't know why.
You
really haven't looked into it. I just think we didn't get.
That's just your opinion. See, this is what we talked about on Tuesday. We said that to have a good opinion, you need to have like some facts or
That's
some
that's
background.
why I put in the princes. I really
Yeah, you haven't looked into it. Another thing that's like a big topic is like the Flat Earth Society.
That's pretty cool.
Like
There's like when you're watching it, they're so good at like believing it that like for like 15 seconds you're like, maybe this is possible.
15 seconds maybe.
That's
After
what
you
I'm
hear
saying.
this
That's what
stuff,
I'm
but
saying. Like, there's about 15 seconds where you're like, wow, the Earth is flat, and then you snap back into it and like that sounds preposterous.
all right, you just listen to them and like, can't you just show them a globe, and then like show that you can go around it?
But then they have the way the world works. They like lay it on the map, and it's just impressive. Honestly, I just gotta give
Impressive
them. It's
use
just
of
impressive.
persuasion. I don't know.
I mean, that's the same thing. You say the same thing about any type of religion.
That what?
It's just persuasion.
Yeah, it is. I think religion is persuasion, but I think in terms of the general concept, I believe we're all trying to go to the same spot. It's just a matter of how we get there. We have different opinions on how to do it. Yeah. And again, that's just my opinion. I have no clue.
Yeah, aliens are real.
Yeah, that's an interesting one. I'm not sure about that one.
I'm just thinking aliens are real.
There's
There's
the
so many,
odds. The odds
like
that there's
crazy.
something out there is probably pretty high in my opinion.
And
But it's just how do you? I mean, it's so hard to know how you can find that.
right.
Does that make sense? Because we don't have so much time, technology, and ability to get there. I don't know. Aliens is an interesting one. I don't think we'll find aliens in our lifetime. Just like I don't think robots like running the world will happen in our lifetime. But what I did see when I was listening to the Mark Zuckerberg thing on Joe Rogan is like remember when you watch movies? Like I was thinking about, I think it's called iRobot. Back in the day, there was flying cars and everything looks like, I kind of picture Singapore with the buildings and stuff and the sky rails or like Dubai.
Yeah.
Like the world, we are trying to get to that because the humans crave that vision and they try to like create it.
Yeah.
And we just haven't quite got there yet because it takes a lot more time. But I think at some point we probably will be like that. Like we're going to be aliens.
Especially like as long as we do not kill ourselves off.
Yeah.
Then and only if we get 1% better each year as a human race within like 10,000, 100,000 years.
Mm-hmm.
We gotta have some insane technology out here.
Yeah, and evolution takes time. I think the human genome will just change in general because evolution can take 50 to 100,000 years. But think about those small changes. Like humans are starting to live longer and longer. We're going to turn into so-called partial robots.
Yeah.
Just not like.
And I think especially like
look like robots. We're going to look like humans, but we're going to be more automated by our genes. I think.
Yeah. And I think with like chip implants and all that.
That's what I'm saying.
That like I think a lot of times like emotions will be taken up too.
And you can choose like your genetics in your baby and stuff.
Yeah.
But I wonder if that will kill us off because everybody's the same or they pick the best genes. So like I wonder if it's just so like you can keep up with society changing, but if you don't keep it up with the genetics quick enough, then it'll kill you off if there's one disease or whatever it might be. Or like if the chip thing goes wrong, then everybody is going to die off.
Right.
So I wonder if we'll be able to keep up with it in order to create a diverse society still.
I'm also interested in our waste pollution. You know, like in how we fix that.
Well, in going off that, the resources that we're using, we're going to have to tap into new resources because you can only use so much. Like like will we live on Mars in a bubble? Because the human resources on Earth are gone.
Yeah.
Like we'd have to build the bubble.
I wonder what the temp is on Mars.
It's cold. You have to wear like how astronauts wear a suit.
Cold.
Yeah.
I guess it's farther away down.
You have to wear like a suit.
What's the planet closer?
Right before us?
Yeah. Is that
Mercury? I should know this.
Is it Mercury?
I don't know. Mercury's a big ball of flaming fire. This is not Mercury. I don't know.
Is Mercury the first one?
I think so. I'm gonna look it up.
But what's the planet close? Like, you know, like, can we live on that one?
Like before Earth?
Yeah. Or is it too hot where we would like bubble eyes?
I'll tell you right here.
My opinion
Mercury,
on,
yeah, Venus.
My opinion on
Venus.
is like, will it be possible for us just to live in space?
No, because you float and you lose bone density because there's no gravity. But if we're robots, would you need the bone density to live? But we'd have to have another way of creating calcium and like having our like body, I guess, produce and provide. Does that make sense?
That's on Bigfoot. Bigfoot's wrong.
Same with like the Loch Ness Monster, dude. Or like Megalodon.
Megalodon?
I don't think Megalodon exists today. I think it did though.
Yeah, because they found.
Same with Sasquatch. Same with the Loch Ness Monster.
Yeah.
I think they all existed at some point because they were just animals were huge before the basically the big asteroid hit Earth, and now I think they probably died out with that. The shark could have been around a little longer. Same with the Loch Ness Monster, but I don't think it can live for. I mean, that was millions of years ago.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I just think it's also crazy that we know more about space than
the ocean. Yeah. By the way, Venus temperature 847 degrees Fahrenheit.
That's our next one.
Yeah.
What's the first one?
Yeah, Mercury.
Mercury and then Venus.
Mercury, Venus.
Yeah, we ain't living there.
No, Mars is the next.
What's that temperature?
It's like negative, like 80 something, I think.
I am moving to Mars. It's too cold.
Mars negative 81.
Which is crazy. That's just like a planet that does. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, you got to understand though, it's like super far away. Like.
I know it's super far away. It's not like you can just like a hip stop.
Yeah, like people say it's like so close, or like, oh, we just live on Venus. It's the next closest one, but we're talking millions of miles.
Right. We live on the moon.
I don't think so. We probably would have thought about that.
Like, why not live on the moon?
But the moon comes from the Earth, though.
Right.
Like it rotates around the Earth.
Right. But why wouldn't we planetize the moon? The moon first before we planetize Mars. You know, like. Is the moon fake? Because why move to Mars? Like, why is Elon so set on Mars instead of the moon? Because the moon is so much closer, apparently. And I feel like that's a pretty relative, like, was it 3 days, supposedly, to get there?
Can we live on the moon? Oh, it has almost no atmosphere.
So what's that mean?
Oh, Mars is because we found water. Because you need water. That's the number one resource you need in life. The moon has no air.
Can we not make water?
Or
you make water?
Is water wet? I believe water is wet, but the particles in it are not wet. But what makes water?
Can you make water? Can you take
2 oxygen particles, 2 hydrogen particles.
So why can't we make water on the moon?
I don't know if it would be drinkable is the problem. And I wonder how
we can form a drinkable.
That's what I'm saying. I wonder if we could. But you'd also need to get it from somewhere. Like, you can't just grab a hydrogen molecule out of the air. And can you make fake hydrogen? I don't know. I don't know how that works. Or can we? Usually, you find like a lot of like molecules you find in space or in rocks or the ocean or something like that. And if those resources, again, the whole point of moving somewhere else is because we don't have resources. So if we didn't have the resources, how could we live on the moon if Earth's out of the resources? And you can't just save it you can't just say I have a tub of mercury or salt or whatever.
My tub of water to the moon.
Yeah, I mean
water.
Exactly. It's not. I mean you can't do that for 7 billion people. Yeah. The population. Let's say the population.
Can we put 7 billion people on the moon?
Hell no.
You think that'd be too heavy?
I don't think that would matter. No. But I don't know. It's weird to think about. I just don't think we could have enough resources to provide for that many people. Even if we cut our population.
Mars have like lakes and stuff?
Mars?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it has like some lakes. That's not drinkable, but it's at least water.
Okay.
I don't know. We'll put the River Dam there, man. I don't know. Maybe all the water from Lake Mead is going, just shipping to Mars, going in the atmosphere, and then it's just going. Yeah. I don't know.
Right over there.
But that's our 1440, so we'll be thinking about it. We'll talk to Elon and some other astrophysicists, and we'll get back to you.
I hope this opens up your thought process.
Yeah. Let us know, and we'll get back to you guys next week. Have a great week. Talk to you later.
Love you. Bye.
Hello. That was a great conversation.